This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fights on Forged Irish Stout. Delighted to be joined with Joe Gallagher, devouring a nice donut there, and that's what you deserve after adding another world champion to the Champs Camp stable. I suppose one fight with Okolie, one round, and one new belt that you've got. A massive fight for himself, a massive win for himself, and obviously the first fight you had together. Must be delighted with that.
Yeah, really delighted. It's nearly a year to the day since Lawrence's last fight. He had a lot of time out, and then for him to become a father in December, then pull himself away for the last two months, 8-9 weeks to Manchester, my side. Took a lot of sacrifice, a lot of desire, and a lot of grit and willpower, and it showed that he wanted it in camp, and you've seen what it means to him now, winning the world title again, to be a two-weight world champion and to do it in spectacular fashion, which I wanted everyone to see that Lawrence Okolie can punch up at this new weight division.
And when it comes to yourself linking up with him and sort of getting him to try a new style or sort of implementing what you wanted to, how well do you think he done that today, I suppose, in the round, coming out so aggressive as well?
Yeah, but listen, speak to Lawrence. We had great sparring, we had great sparring partners, we had it in a small ring, 3 or 4 different sparring partners over 12-13 rounds, track work, the whole lot. Listen, it's Lawrence's story to tell. I'm just happy that the hard work, the money that he's put into himself has paid off, and he's a two-weight world champion, and he's going home now to see his new baby son.
Did it show the great character that he has after having a sort of I suppose a shocking loss to Crispin Smith, and the way that fight went down, to come back in such emphatic fashion shows the character that he does have? Yeah,
no, definitely. Like you say, it's my first fight for him. I don't know what went on before and everything else, but he's been very good to coach. He listens, and I'm so happy for the whole team that come over here. Do you know what I mean? So here it is. Another one. And another one.
I don't care what you guys were talking about. Let me just come in there and say, a lot of people were talking about my style, my this, my that. People were telling me about Joe. He's hard to work with, whatever else. You know what? I've never seen a coach that's more dedicated to their fighters than Joe. It was night after night. He was making sure I was doing my runs. He was coming to the track, making sure I did my runs, time and everything, pushing it on in the training sessions, everything. So when I went in there today, I had no nerves of my fitness, no nerves of my strength, no nerves of my conditioning, and he was meticulous in the shots he wanted me to throw, how he wanted me to throw. And I haven't watched it back yet, but as I looked over at him after one of the knockdowns, so from the start, if I can just quickly say, what I loved, sorry for interrupting you.
No, it's all good.
But what was serious is before this pandemonium, I don't know how many thousands of Polish people that there, Luka, screwed, whatever. He just comes, whispers over to me, Lawrence, stay sharp, pop XYZ shots, do step this way, step that way. And it's the last thing that I remember before I went in there. So you get to feel your way in. And then after I landed a good shot, I was a little bit like, I'm gonna get him right now. But then I looked up at Joe, Lawrence, back behind the jab. This is boxing. So then I went back to boxing, and like I said, like obviously our oldest victory first to God, but then Joe, wow, thank you once again.
Absolutely perfect, Lawrence. I'll grab you. I'll do something in a second, but I suppose
I have to give you.
And I suppose, Joe, to hear that there from Lawrence, and I suppose we'll react to that. So the nice words and the bond that you already shared together, only having one fight.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. Listen, it's all about Lawrence Okolie. I'm so happy for him and his team now that he's a two-weight world champion. So on to the next one.
And he mentioned there about a lot of comments about his style and that, and I suppose he can say himself that his last couple of fights were pretty disappointing from a fan point of view. And to watch, how important do you think it was that that doesn't get taken into account, and it's all focused on the next one, and I suppose aiming to try and be more entertaining, I guess.
Listen, people watching this, no one's really interested in what they're doing behind the scenes. We're all in a results-based business. If Lawrence had boxed badly tonight and struggled, they'd all be slagging him off. We're in a results-based business tonight, and Lawrence Okolie delivered, regardless of the opponent, of who he is and what he is. He was a world champion. It was the first fight out of the UK for Lawrence, and it was his first fight in a new weight division, and we'd seen what he'd done to Babic. We had Babic in camp sparring, and preparation was meticulous, and it was this week while we're over here. So this, as you can hear, listen, that means the world to me, to hear the laughter, the smiles, the team happy, and that's it, job done.
And you mentioned there about it being a results-based business, and there isn't anyone better in the UK at the moment as a coach that gets results. What do you think it is about consistently yourself as a trainer, year on year, that you keep producing those world champions?
That's not for me to say. That's for other people to have an opinion and say that it's. I just go do my job. Lawrence asked me to coach him for this fight, win a world title, and we did that. Like I said, we're in another wave of fighters coming through the gymnasium at the moment. Jack Massey's fighting, coming up for European title. McCall and McGowan's fighting for the European title. We've got the likes like Josh Holmes, Billy Dennis, Clark Smith, Mikey Talon. We've got some really good young up-and-coming fighters come up for the next wave of talent. And obviously we're still in the gym, Paul Butler, Natasha, Jonas, Lawrence Okolie. And it's a happy gym and full of happy fighters.
Just before I do let you go, I did want to ask you about Natasha Jonas. I suppose what is next for her? She talked about the potential Michaela Mayer rematch that looks a little bit bleak now, but I suppose for Natasha, what is next for her?
I don't know. We were promised Jessica McCaskill. That didn't happen. So don't know what's happened. We're all ready to go to fight Michaela Mayer. I believe we were due to fight Mayer in July. That's fell apart now on whoever's side. I don't know. So. We'll just have to see. We'll sit down with Tasha when we get back. She's got to have a nice holiday and her birthday's coming up next month. So, we'll just have to wait and see.
Joe, thank you for taking time to speak to me. Really appreciate it, mate. Top man. Thank you, mate.